So now you got it. You understand. Power is just your ability to take action and to get stuff done, because action is the bridge between your thoughts and your feelings and actually taking action to get those things and manifest whatever it is that you want. That's how you get stuff done, right? That's how normal people do it. So next, this is super important because the goal here is just like this. Like, how do you create change quickly? You know, the key to all change, and I want you to write this down. The key to all change is understanding. First is, for one, it's a first thing. There's 3 keys to change: awareness, understanding, reconditioning. All right? So there's 3 keys: awareness, understanding, reconditioning. So we're going to start off with understanding this, the awareness, the mind. So your thoughts. Thoughts come from your mind, right? So what is your mind? So when we look at it from this perspective, that's not a loaf of, it does look like a football, right? It's not. It's a brain, right? It's your mind, right? So if you look at your mind inside of the human head, looks like that, right? Comes down at the base of your brain, right here. This right here is your filter of the world, right? Anything that happens, it's called your fight or flee. That's where your fight or flight happens, right? If you touch the back of your head, it's right here, right? Touch the back of your head with me. That's where it's at. All information of the world. This is your reptile brain. This is how you think, right? It's the oldest part of your brain. Every one of us has this thing. So when you think about that, every bit of information, good or bad, all the stuff you learned about real estate, all the things you learned as a kid, like all that stuff is stored in your mind. But if it's time for you to take action, that information that you tell your brain tells your body to do something comes from here, your fight or flee. So no matter what you try to do, it's all driven by what? If it's in your fight or flee, your brain's filtering information to decide whether you should run or not, right? So you may not take action. It's all fear-based. Your brain realistically is just a storage place where you've been conditioned as a kid to survive and get along and try to do shit, right? Survive. Say survive. I tried to survive, like not getting beat up at the playground, not getting yelled at by your mom and dad, not getting beat up at school, going to church, just trying to survive. All of the information, all the shit that's stored in your head, even if you just learned it, your brain is not set up to be successful for you. It's set up to help you survive, right? The brain that we're talking about, the part of your mind that we're talking about. So if your mind, if it has a thought or a feeling, it's gonna trigger you to say, okay, cool, what's this about and where am I going and what do I need to do? That is the thing that's running your whole life right now. So if you're wondering why you can't take action on the shit you really want, that's where it comes from. Cool? So your mind is like a bodyguard. It's a bodyguard set up to keep you safe. Oh my God. And let me tell you, man, sometimes safe doesn't lead to success. Safe keeps you where you are right now because that's safe to your mind, right? Not that your mind's against you, but it's like you just got to know where your thoughts and feelings and shit like that come from. So if you have a thought or a feeling that comes from your mind, because all thoughts and feelings come from your mind, that's how you create shit, right? That's how you create the things you want, right? What do I want? If you don't have it yet, it's in your head. You think about it. And that's going to create a feeling. Usually the feeling that's going to bubble up first, if it's going to be from your brain, right? How we have shit. It's going to be through fear. What action do I need to take is going to be hindered by, like we said earlier, what stops people from taking action? Fear. That's where fear comes from. It hasn't even happened yet. So before you take action, you're already like 80% stopping. You know what I mean? But when you get that it's not real. Prime example, like I learned this a long time ago. Raise your hand tomorrow. Raise your hand tomorrow. You can't do it. You can only take action right now by raising your hand. And are you afraid to raise your hand? Because when you raise your hand tomorrow, when will it be? In the now. So you can only do it in the now. You're not afraid to raise your hand. You're not afraid to do that stuff. You've done it before. So how do you continue to take action when you understand that all of your actions are usually stopped by your mind, stopped by your thoughts? And realistically, all of your thoughts come through one filter: fight or flight. Man, that blew my mind. I was like, oh shit. So all the things I'm afraid of, all the failures I've had in my past in my marriage, all the failures I've had in my business with bad deals, good deals, all these bad deals that I've been in, all my failures in life are coming up every time it's time for me to take the next action. And while I may take some under pressure, that I overcome the fear and take the next step, like shit, I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, when I don't have to do it, when there's not enough pressure, even when there is enough pressure, it is just the thing that I'm willing to do for myself to actually take me over. The thing you're willing to do for you to take you over. What? Say, take me over. Has to be overcome. The mind. You have to train your mind. Train your mind, or your mind will train you, right? It'll train you to succeed. You have to train your mind to succeed, or your mind will train you to stay stuck and stay in survival and fear mode, and you won't have shit. Say, I won't have shit if I don't train my mind. Cool. When you understand that, man, you become free. You begin to master your mind. You can listen to your thoughts come up when it's time for you to take action, right? Say it. Even listening to me today, you're like, man, I know that already. I know if fight or flight has got it. But do you know that it's stopping you by creating fear, whatever you call your fear? It stops you from taking the real actions that it takes. And that's what's keeping you from being ultra happy, ultra successful, financially free, ultimately financially free. You might be financially free already, like I am. Like, okay, fine, I'm doing my business, I'm doing my shit. I have choice, I can live from choice. But there's this next level that all of us want. You can have $1 million and still be like, fuck man, I want $30 million. That's free for you. What stops you? Taking those actions to get to those things. That's just in your mind. And when you begin to own your power, you understand it. And we're going to go through the principles that I want to share with you, because there's certain principles and roles that you got to play, traits that people who succeed over and over again have. And I'm going to share what those principles are to you, because I learned them, I cultivated them, I did what worked, I wrote down what didn't work when I wasn't fucking succeeding, and I stopped doing those things. Those are the principles I'm going to share with you next. All right. So when you understand that thoughts come from your mind, your mind is basically a storage mechanism, and the filter that runs through your mind to be able to take action is driven by the part of your mind that's fight or flight. It's all fear. Fear is future-based, ain't happening, and you can take action anyways. That's total fucking freedom. Say, that's freedom. I can do this. Say it. I can do this. You are going to take these actions. We're going to take actions together and get very clear on what's going to take you to the next step today in these trainings, because I want you to succeed. Say, I want you to succeed. I want you to succeed. Let's get this thing done.